Christmas is getting closer and I have another fun ornament to share with you today. Hello everybody, this is Michelle Fox and welcome to The Simple Quilter. This is my series called The 12 Days of Christmas. In this series I have been making things to get ready for Christmas. Some of them are decorations, some of them will be gifts, and today I have a new ornament to show you. First I want to show you the items that I have already made, and each of these items has a video already. So if you're interested in making one of these items, just check out the video on my channel. The first item are these super cute denim stockings that I just used recycled jeans to make, and everything that I used to make these came from my stash. The checked fabric, that came from my stash, and here's another one. I love the use of the pockets on there. I made these cute little ornaments using spools of thread and beads, and again there's a video showing you how to make those. This was one of my favorite projects. These are keychains that are quilt related. They have little quilting charms, quilting and sewing charms on there, and those are super cute. These were fun to make. These were stilettos using just fun beads, and some beads I purchased just at a little antique store. These were some smaller stilettos. These will make great gifts for your quilting friends. This was a fun thing I made for when we go camping to put out on picnic tables. Sometimes they're not quite so clean, so I thought it would be fun to use these, and these will be durable and can be washed easily because these jeans have been washed over and over. I just used old jeans to do this, and this was kind of a fun touch. I just took some of the little labels off of jeans and I put that on there, and then I used a belt loop for the holding the napkin and the silverware. I also made just a fun garland. I'll be decorating a Christmas tree, and I'll be getting that tree out soon and using my decorative items on that. Now for today, I've made these fun little ornaments. This is Santa's list, and here's one that just has my Christmas wish list on it. Maybe my husband will take a look at that and see what I want for Christmas. But anyway, these are fun and easy ornaments, and this is what I'll be showing you how to make today. In the comments below, please be sure to tell me if you've made any of the items so far. And if you have, please tell me about that. So I want to give you a little close-up view of this cute little ornament that I made. It says Santa's list. It just turned out really cute, and I just used those spools that we have sitting around. The first thing I want to do is show you the materials that you need to make this little ornament. The first thing you'll need are spools. Now I have this bag that somebody marked all over, and these are gonna work just great. Some are big, some are little. You'll just have to go through your stash and see what you have. So that's what we're gonna use for the base. The next thing, you're just gonna need some strips of paper, and I kept mine 1 inch so they will wrap around this nicely. And if you need them bigger, you'll just have to measure the distance right in between there so that you're not going up on the curved part. And I just cut mine into just the length of the paper. And then you'll also need a pen that you can write with. Now this is not acid or lignin-free paper. You can do that if you want. You can use that if you want, but this is just regular copy paper. And then I just used the Micron pen, and I used one with a pretty thick tip. and that's just to write the names on. In my stash of craft supplies, I had this old wire that I used to hold the little spool, but you can use anything you want. You could even just use raffia if you want, but I did like the rusted wire look, but you can again use any wire you might have, or jute, whichever you want to do. The next thing I used this stuff I got from Hobby Lobby, and all this stuff was on sale when I bought it. I think it was all 50% off. And these are just Canadian pine stems that you can get. And I just got some of those. And then I purchased these mini cone and berry picks. And again, these were on sale. You can see what I paid, but these were all at least, I don't know, 40 or 50% off. The last thing you'll need is a little hanger to hang that on. And you can use, I just used some ribbon that I had. You can use twine if you have it. Again, you can use raffia. Just look through your craft supplies and see what you have. Another thing you'll need are a pair of wire cutters. Now on this, I said Santa's list. You could put Quilter's list. Or you could put my wish list and list the things you want for Christmas on there. However you want to do it. And the last thing you're going to need is a little bit of glue. We'll start out putting our wire on. And I didn't cut any specific length of wire. I just cut some wire. Let me see. This is about, let's see. This is about 11 inches long. I'm just going to straighten that out. And then in the middle, I'm just going to start out by making a loop. And you can use anything to make a little loop. You can just wing it and just loop it however you want. And then you're just going to curve it down. And then I wanted my ends to be pretty even. So I'm going to trim this one off just a little bit. Those are pretty even. Then I'm just going to take and bend them in. I'm going to try to bend them in at the same level so they'll be the same length. That's looking pretty good. I'm just going to poke that through both ends. Now, then you can just kind of shape it like you want. Get it to flare out a little bit if you want. You can make this bigger or smaller. It's really just whatever you want. And then I'm going to take a piece, let's see, it's going to be about 4 inches long. I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to wrap it around just like that. Okay. Then these, I'm just going to unwrap these a little bit, pull one off, and I'll place it on there, and then I'm just going to wrap this around there. Whoops. Cover up that green, you know, where I added it. Uh-oh, came off there. you can cut this off a little bit if you think those are too big. I'm going to trim this off because we don't need all that sticking out. So you can see how quick this is going together and how nicely it shapes up just with a little bit of effort. Then on my paper here, so then on the paper I'm just going to, you could do Santa's list, I'm going to do my wish list. And I don't really have the best handwriting, so I like to always make these little circles on everything. It just helps cover up not so great handwriting. That on there. Gonna make a little swirl, add a couple lists there, and then I'm gonna add to my wish list. But you get the idea of what you can put on these, and you just use your, you just do what works for you. Just make a list of whatever you want. Like I said, it could be Santa's list, and just put your family members' names on there, or your grandkids, or whatever it is you want. Then you're just going to take some glue. You're just going to put glue pretty heavy on the back of that. I'm just going to roll it on there. I guess I need to get it going straight. You're just going to roll that on there just like that. Having some problems getting it on straight. There we go. Needs a little bit more glue there. Alright, and then to make it kind of curl, you can just take the paper, just kind of roll it up onto your pen, and there you go. Just a little bit more glue. That to stick down just a little bit. Then the last thing we're going to do, we're just going to cut a piece of ribbon. We're going to loop it through here. And we're just going to tie a little knot. A little bit more room for hanging, so I'm going to move that knot up just a little bit. There we go. Now that'll be able to hang on a branch really easily. I'm going to trim that down just a little bit and cut this one going the other way. And there you have it. Just a super cute little ornament using these spools that we don't know what else to do with. These are going to look super cute on my Christmas tree, I believe. I'll probably make a few more. I hope you enjoy this little project. I hope you'll make some. You'll have to tell me in the comments below if you do make some. I think they're cute, super cute, using most of the things that you probably have in your quilt room or your craft room. And just a lot of fun to do. I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to make these cute little ornaments. I hope you'll make some. Again, tell me if you've made any of these items, and until next time, have fun quilting.